Good morning. So today I wanted to just come in 1 quick minute and ask that we need to pray for this nation because it's being divided in different camps. And I just wanted to share something that I did see yesterday because I do remember, I think you guys know about it, it's the IPet Goat project. And of course, like I said, they have to tell their plans before it comes to fruition because otherwise the course of heaven is not going to let it happen. So it's going to be canceled by them. So, of course, God is giving the enemy all these things. So don't think that God is not in this. God does give the enemy a leeway, right? And then he swoops in. So I'm going to tell you this. I was listening to this lady, which I really like very much, and the way she talks and her style is amazing. I wish I had that, but I don't. So I remember, I'm going to call him JK Files. So like that, I don't get, my phone, again, don't get messed up. Because until now, I haven't been able to get it back. And so he had talked about IPet Goat. And I remember the symbolism. I remember the young girl, it looked like a girl, with an apple in her hand. And I remember saying, well, that's Eve. That's Eve with the apple in her hand. And then the apple runs away and it gets cut in half. And then a lotus flower appears, which is because my husband was from India. I know the lotus flower. The lotus flower, it's like Lakshmi, their god Lakshmi rides a lotus flower. So I know it's, how do you call it? It's a mystic thing. It's not, so out of this apple rose Eastern type of Asian Eastern flower, which is the lotus flower. And I know this also is very, this symbol is in the Chinese culture also. So, so I said, what the heck? What is this? Apple, Eve, apple get cut in half. Then out of that is going to come a lotus leaf, which is not an American flower. It's more Eastern flower. So, and then I said, wait a minute, they're talking about IPet 3. I didn't know there was an IPet 3. So I said, let me go and check IPet 3. And I'm like, oh my God, that symbolism. Like my heart almost stopped when I saw the eagle get shot. And then there was a sign. It said something about democracy, and then it said demo freedom. And I said, who was wearing a shirt with the name, with the freedom on it, right? I'm like, what are they doing? Because right now, I did see the American flag cut in half. Like there's a division. It's not in the Democratic Party. It's in the Republican Party. There's a division. I think that's the only way they could infiltrate. And this is what's going on. So we need to pray. Because I've seen a lot of people going. Because I thought, okay, these people are no longer Republicans. They're no longer Republicans. They are more Democratic than anything else. Because they're supporting things that we don't support, And now the camp is divided. Do you see the problem with that? Camp is divided. How to bring it back? I don't know if these people that are going against these things, going against Israel, if they're getting paid or they are being threatened with their livelihood, with their lives, with their properties, with their children's life. I don't know. But this has to be dealt with. We need to pray to bring MAGA together. At least, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I did hear the Mikey McCoy talk about Advance Kurt ticket, and I'm like, wait a minute, this came out of the blue, nowhere, right? And JD Vance and her together now at Tip USA. These are young, vulnerable minds. They are very young and vulnerable. And it's true, but they say symbology matters. And that's why, all these things are happening. It's not MK Ultra anymore. It's something different. It might be remote viewing, when you could get into somebody's head, because it has happened to me. And when you have a vulnerable mind, this is going to happen mostly because you're a special need, or you have something that is going on. Because like I said, long time ago, I've been saying it, this is a special need generation because of the shots they've been giving out left and right. 75 shots in a baby, and as soon as you are born, they give you what is in these shots that are making this generation mentally ill. And that's a vulnerability right now. And if you see a lot of these protesters, my heart goes for them, because I'm thinking they look special need. I'm sorry, but because I was thrown into the special needs groups because of my son's disability, right? I recognize the pattern of their talking, of their walking, of the things. Oh my God, I just had a neighbor that I just met. She just came from California. And she has a son that has autism. But I think he also has Tourette's syndrome, because I just saw him yesterday walking and like cursing and carrying on. And I'm like, I see it everywhere now. I grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s. I barely saw this. And I was in New York, where you are crammed into places. It's everywhere. It's all crammed up. So this is something that is like, for me, as a Christian, it's hard to understand how we got to this place. But I know it's the end times. I don't know. I think that we need to pray for our nation, because there is something very strange going on. Because I never liked J.D. Vance. I'm sorry. But since I saw him, it reminded me so much of Abraham Lincoln. It ain't funny. I look at him and I said, is he somehow related? Why is it stuck in my head that he looks like Abraham Lincoln? Look like Abraham Lincoln. And I understand the prophecy of William Morrow Brown, because that's the first thing that I came to hear the first time I listened to William Morrow Brown. And I can't get it out of my head, because it's the book of Revelation also, right? With the woman riding the beast and everything that's going to happen to her. And I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm just wondering, we have to pray. We have to, I don't know, there's so much division right now that, I don't know, I ask God, is this done on purpose? Is it, I'm trying to get the camera away from my face, but my elbows right now are killing me, I don't know why. And I'm just trying to make sense of what is going on. And I wanted to say something about 67, because my neighbor's kid came up to me, sitting outside, and he said, do you see something? And I'm like, oh, what? What does that building say? And what does that building say? And I say 67, and he started cackling away like it was a joke. And I was like, what the hell? I've been seeing 67 everywhere, and all of a sudden, this is, he comes up to me and tell me that. And also, we do have a mountain named Tyler here. Tyler Mountain. And I was babysitting my friend's cat, my neighbor's cat, not friend, my neighbor's cat. His name is Charlie, and he passed away too. And then my neighbor's daughter came running towards me and said, "Oh, do you know my birthday is today? I'm 5." And I'm like, "Oh, so I went to get a little, like just $5 to give to her. And her name is Charlie. My work could get any weirder. And I don't know. I just think that something is off. And I don't know how to put it. But we ever get a woman president, that's what William Marion said. You're going to see the missiles coming down, but you're not going to feel the burn. And I'm like, you know how many times I pray to God that doesn't happen? Because no matter how much I talk about God to my neighbors, they don't want to listen. And I don't want to see them die. So it's like, it's very, very sad. It's very sad because this generation also needs help badly. So I'm thinking a lot of people are going to die. But the William Marion Brown said that a lot of the remnant that was going up was not going to be a big remnant. So it's like, oh God. I know I'm rambling. I'm just like so upset because I saw IPet 3. I saw the American flag in half. I saw the eagle getting shot. And I saw the word freedom. And that kind of like hit me hard. So if you want to go out and check it out yourself and see if you could decipher something of what is going on, go ahead and do that. God bless you.